They're nowhere near the final as far as the tournament, and it features Dennis Harbour against the man who's so calm, he's so clinical when he's on the stage. It's Jeff Smith, and he's been talking to Reshmin.
You are cool as you like when you are on that hockey. You just dispatch of your opponents mercilessly. Is there anything in life that actually phases you?
Well, I got a couple of daughters coming up, so I guess that's eventually is going to take its toll, but till now I'll just keep it strictly with the darts.
One of them comes home with a boyfriend you don't like. What do you do?
I've got a set of darts. That might be in trouble.
So you've beaten Matthew Medhurst, Martin Adams, you've beaten Brian Dawson, some real crowd favourites, some home favourites as well, and yet the crowd have still supported you all the way. Has that surprised you?
It does. Like I say, I've played a lot of English players, which you would expect would have the crowd support. When I played Martin, definitely everybody was for Martin, and I totally understand. I wanted to see him win as much as he wanted to win, but other than that, no, they've been fantastic for me, and hopefully they'll keep doing it.
Have your family been watching at home? What have they had to say of your performances so far?
Yeah, my girls, I'm definitely missing them over here, but they're all excited. I talk to them quite a few times a night, and like I say, and it's not just them, it's all of North America right now, which is, I have a kind of a huge advantage in that, because being the only North American player left, I'm getting thousands and thousands of messages, and it's been awesome.
Dennis Harbour next. You've watched him throughout the tournament, I imagine. He's dispatched of a couple of seeds here. What kind of a game are you expecting?
Yeah, Dennis is a fantastic player. He plays a little bit of a slower pace, but that, like I say, he gets out of the way. He's not. It's not a factor for me. It's going to be a tough game no matter what, because I don't think the guy has any quit in him. So it's going to be the best man who wins is going to be the guy that's throwing the best darts. So hopefully we'll be all right.
And as Jeff is saying, standing in his path of the progress to a successive Lakeside semi-final, Dennis Harbour, number 23 in the BDO ranking table, made it through to the last 8 with victories over highly rated players too. Knocking out Darryl Fitton in the first round was no mean feat, and he beat another highly rated player in Martin Phillips. It's a decade since he last qualified to play in this tournament. He is enjoying his return to Frimley Green.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 BDO World Championships, and we're here at the home of world dance, the Lakeside! We now introduce to the stage a Lakeside World Championship and BDO World Trophy semi-finalist. He's the reigning Las Vegas Open champion. From Canada, the silencer, Jeff Smith! We now introduce to the stage the reigning Scottish Open, Isle of Man Open and England National Singles Champion. He's the Harbour Master, Dennis Harbour!
And it's Tony Green and John Rawling on commentary duty.
Great atmosphere here tonight. It is packed, and Jeff Smith and Dennis Harbour about to do battle. Jeff Smith will have the darts, and what a contrast of styles we've got here. Jeff Smith, the Canadian, a real rat-tat-tat sort of player. Dennis Harbour, slow, deliberate. He's even slow to get up there to have his practice darts. He's just putting his flights in, and you'll see he is not the quickest. Now, last year, Jeff Smith really struggled in the semi-final when he came up against Scott Mitchell, because Scott, fair play to him, it's within the rules, made a distinctive effort to slow Smith down. It definitely didn't suit Jeff Smith, and the question this time, 12 months on, whether or not he's going to be able to cope with being forced to play slowly. Smith from New Brunswick in Canada, Dennis Harbour comes from Cambridgeshire. Both of them work in the car restoration business. Smith has his own company, And Harbour
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
also
First
sprays
set,
cars
flag.
for a living.
Jeff to the first. Game on.
So Jeff Smith with the darts, and he's looked very cool, calm and composed at these championships this year, and really has carried on where he left off last year, Tony.
He has.
Made a very favourable impression then, didn't he?
Well, but to tell you something, I think Dennis Harbour's going to give him a bit of trouble, really. He's all man of the hills.
100.
He's accounted for a couple of seeds already, as Dennis, who's 54 and has 4 grandchildren, beat Darryl Fitton, seeded 7, and the quick-fire Welshman Martin Phillips, who was the number 10 seed. Jeff Smith has beaten
97.
Matthew Meadows in a prelim match, then one of the favourites, Martin Wolfie Adams, and then in the last round, the Yorkshireman Brian Dawson.
Well, Jeff, he made his debut in 1985. Travelled to Latvia in 2014 and
60.
beat Jeffrey de Graaf to win the Latvian Open title. Hence is here. Went on to beat Glenn Durant 6-5 to win the Scottish Open in
83.
February 2014.
That's Dennis Harbour, isn't it?
This is.
Yeah. The Harbour Master. He's loved his time here. I don't think he's ever featured in as many selfies and signed as many autographs. He's not missed too many
55.
sessions.
Every time I've seen him, he's asleep.
Really?
Yeah. Well, on his way up to the...
108.
I get that. Brilliant.
First maximum. Smith's underway and moves in touching distance after 12 darts of winning this opening leg with the throw. 41 when he returns. Harbour can do no more than try and apply a bit of pressure, which he's doing pretty well with that 140.
Jeff, you require 41.
So first chance here for Smith. Double 60. Double 8.
33.
Not this
Dennis, you
time.
require 106.
106 from Harbour. This had hurt Smith. Looking for treble 20 with his first dart. That's a single, so treble 18 would leave double 16. Not this time, so Smith will get another chance, this time going for double 4.
58.
As
Jeff,
John
you require
says,
8.
double 4. Not a bad double.
No score.
No score, no
Dennis, you
sir.
require 48.
Right, 48. Fancy this one.
A little bit of nerves.
See which way he goes. 16 double 16 maybe, or 8 double top. He's gone the 8 way, so double top now. Good
Going
dart.
from the first leg, Dennis Harbour.
A nice solid start for the
Second leg,
veteran.
Dennis to the first. Game on.
Getting the cheers he deserves. So first blood to Dennis Harbour.
Only his 3rd appearance at the Lakeside and the first time he's qualified since 2006. But comes in on a little bit of a run of form, and as Tony's been telling you, he really has acquitted himself well thus far, and there's a ton 40 to emphasise the point.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
60.
an excellent match and could go all the way. We'll see.
Winner of it will be playing either Scott Mitchell or Richard Veenstra, the Dutchman, who's going to be in action later on.
44.
Smith was a warm favourite with the house bookies to win this match. A lot of gambling money's gone on him. He was 33 to 1 when the tournament started. Backed in right down to around about 3 to 1. You were threatening to put a bit of green money on it. So did you maintain your impartiality, or have you had a flutter?
No, I was trying to put my hand in my pocket.
Surely not. I find that's almost
99.
impossible to believe. Man of your generosity and standing.
96.
Handy last dart, but Harbour's nicely placed on the throw with the break. Trying to tee it up now for a decent finish. Working along the oche to try and find a route into that treble 20.
60.
Steady darts at the moment. Just getting over the nerves.
56. Dennis, you
Smith's put
require
himself on
158.
Harbour's on a big finish. Smith isn't. Harbour 158 for 2-0. Treble 20, his first dart. Contrast in throwing of Harbour and Smith marked as it was indeed for his last match when he came through against Martin
100.
Phillips, who probably, the Welshman probably threw 3 darts. Well, Dennis threw 1.
Well, he's left 58 with Jeff and 246. So
140.
chance for the
Dennis, you
second
require
one.
58.
18. Double top.
Game shot the
nice-
second leg.
nice
Dennis
shooting.
Harbour,
2 doubles out of 2.
First, game on.
And he's made a good solid start here as Dennis Harbour, the old master. 2 out of 2 on the doubles.
57.
Big wide shafts he has on those darts, doesn't he?
Yes.
Look at it. Big darts. John Lowe style.
140.
Yeah, he's got a good grip. Stubby fingers.
Another solid start. That's better from Smith.
125.
Smith waking up, moving down the oche now.
One 140.
Yes, 2.
140.
Smith's favourite on this leg.
His throw's under pressure again, though. He's got no check out. If Harbour gets 140 here, which he's very capable of doing. Well, that's a loose one. Already 2 legs to nil up. Great dart. Great dart.
125.
And beautifully placed now. 96. Good check out.
Yes, no.
Treble 20, double 18. So deliberate. Just in the wrong bed. Treble 19 would leave double 18 now. No, sir. So Smith with 80 to get into the match at last.
36. Jeff, you acquire 80.
Okay, Jeff. Come a long way. Try and get this one. 20. And double top.
60. Dennis, you acquire 60.
It's like twitch on that double that he threw there. Harbour for 60. Tops. I don't think anything in the world would
Good
hurry
shot,
Dennis. And that's a very good
Dennis
dart.
Harbour.
3 doubles out of 3. And that means that the first set is in the bag. Well done.
Second set, first leg, Dennis to the first. Game on.
And now with the darts in the second set. First of 5 taking a place in the semi-finals. Smith just needs to rouse himself, needs to stir. Harbour outscoring him 92 to 85, but the doubles 3 out of 3.
121.
Yeah, you're right on the outscoring.
Nine.
Tons apiece. But Dennis really taking this match apart at the moment. There we go. $100. 121, a 140, a ton, a finish of 140 with 9 darts. That's the pedigree of Dennis Harbour at the moment.
27. Dennis, you require 140.
140 then, for the opening leg. Good dart. Another one for double 10. Great dart, double 10 for a 140 checkout. How about that?
From the first leg, Dennis Harbour.
4 doubles out of 4 and a 140.
To go first. Game on.
There it is. Well, he beat Glenn Durant 6-5 to win the
84.
Scottish Open in February 2014.
Yeah, you don't beat Glenn Durant by accident, do you?
You don't.
What a match that was this afternoon.
It's a thriller.
Durant
from Manila
coming up just short against Scott Waits in an absolute tremendous match again, and Scott Waits has ensured that he is very much a figure in this as he's moved into the last 4, and some might say now the man to beat.
Well, how's this for a lineup? He also beat Scott Mitchell, Ted Anke, Tony O'Shea and Jim Williams to win the national title.
Yep, England national singles, Dennis Harbour also winning. He's no respecter of reputation, and he's arguably having one of the best years of his darting life, and showing that up there. He's phlegmatic, isn't he? Nothing seems to ruffle him, and look at that again. Beautiful cover shots.
Loved it to watch.
I know some people like to see the
59.
darts going in at rapid pace, but Harbour is averaging over 103 now, and Smith, you can see him sort of tapping his darts in exasperation, maybe in frustration. He just can't get into a rhythm.
Well, he has with these three. 134, 134.
Smith, who can't get into the rhythm.
And 140.
He said in the interview when we spoke to him beforehand that it wasn't going to worry him, but certainly looks as though it is doing a bit at the moment. 93 then for Harbour for 2-0. A break at the end of this set, and how Smith would like to be back on level terms. Double 16.
61.
My goodness me, he's missed one. First one in 5.
Yeah, but Jeff's still on 200, so at least 3 darts for double 16 once again. Tell you, he's no slouch, Dennis.
130.
I've played against him with the counties for many years. Double 16.
That was good shooting by Smith. It's not lying particularly well, that, Tony.
No, it's at the bottom now.
Game shot, the second
Great
leg.
shot.
Dennis Harbour.
Finishing has been exemplary.
Third leg,
Brucey
Dennis
enjoying a good game.
First. Game on.
And his mate, whoever it was.
Here we go.
Are there any Tony Green masks out there, Tony?
There's one, I think, and it's outside.
100.
They're waiting for me.
Your public awaits.
58.
Another indifferent start from Smith, who just isn't getting into this game. He's a leg away from going 2 sets down. That would be an upset. People were starting to think Smith was a potential winner of this, and he ain't delivering now, and Dennis most definitely is. He's averaging at this stage over 104, and that's his opening maximum. Smith's going to have to get off stage, assuming he loses this set, and have a real rethink, because if he carries on like this, he's going to be beaten, and beaten by a distance.
Well, Dennis, to 2014, beat Glenn Durant 6-5 to win the Scottish Open.
125.
Once again, he's got that pedigree.
Just needs 96 now, Harbour. And he's poised 2 darts away. And Smith is in a different street. And that is poor. That's poor throwing. And he might have said he wasn't going to be upset by the pace of things, but you could have fooled me. You could have fooled me. This at the moment is emphatically a Harbour match, and Smith has to change something radically if he's going to get into it. No finish now, but Smith back 56. On 376.
Yes, he's seen the Harbour lights. Wants double top.
140.
Good darts.
Jeff Smith still on 236. So double top coming in. Good marker.
Yes.
He is throwing so well. That is 6 doubles out of 9, and Dennis Harbour, averaging over 102, leads 2-0.
%, double check out in the first set for Dennis Harbour, and Jeff Smith is just nowhere in this game. It's 102, 67% now for the Harbour Master. He's running away with this game. Welcome back. The story so far tonight: Dieter Hedman won through to the final of this year's Women's World Championship. Jeff Smith and Dennis Harbour are about to continue a quarter-final in the men's tournament, a match that's going Dennis Harbour's way. He's 2-0 up, first of 5 the winner. Then it's the second semi-final of the women's tournament between Trina Gulliver and Aileen de Graaf. Final match of the night: Scott Mitchell, defending champion, against Richard Veenstra, and that'll complete the lineup in the last 4 of the men's tournament. Tony O'Shea is on the balcony, watching Dennis Harbour absolutely dominate this match. This is a 140, first leg of the second set. Did you know Dennis was capable of such consistency, set after set?
Yeah, of course, he's done this plenty of times on the county circuit, and obviously he played similar to this when he won the Scottish Open, but I don't think any of us expected him to do so well so early in the match.
Well, the scoring is over 100, and the double success at the moment is up at 67%. If you're Jeff Smith, what do you do about this? He said, I'm not going to let the pace affect me. But clearly, can you stop it affecting you? Because we've timed this, and it's 3 times. Dennis takes 3 times longer than Jeff to throw his darts. Can that get inside your head?
I honestly don't think it was the pace at the start of the match. Normally, if you're going to get dragged into a battle and somebody's trying to slow you down, or in this case he's not trying, that's just his normal game. But normally you start off at your own game, play well, but slowly get dragged into it. So it starts at a certain level and slowly gets worse, but he's just not been at the races from the off.
So Jeff ran to the practice board. In this situation, like we discussed on so many occasions, is Dennis thinking, I don't want the break, I just want to continue with this rich vein of form.
How many games has the breaks changed the match? But again, if Dennis is not going to change anything, he's just going to go and play his old game, and it's Jeff that's got to change everything.
spoke to Dennis before the game, shook his hand, and he's such a happy-go-lucky bloke. And how are you? Off we go. Go and play some darts. He really is a top man. Let's get back to Tony and John.
Yeah, he's a real affable cove, is Dennis Harbour. Jeff Smith came marching back onto the stage, looking purposeful. But he has got to really get himself into this game now.
Game on.
Touch of hands, but it's 2-0 Harbour, and Smith needs to start scoring heavily and put himself into a position to just win some of these legs. He wasn't able to match the scoring power of Harbour pre-break. It's almost the first loose throw that he's had.
Yeah.
Crowd warmed to Jeff Smith. Got tremendous support when he played Brian Dawson. So far, he's not given them too much to cheer about. Harbour, though, here looking for his second 180.
140.
Good that.
$81.
Where's the big Bud Wolf? Well, he was knocked out in the first round by Jeff Smith. Wolfie, that is. Plenty of fancy dress and an extraordinary array of silly hats and wigs and
45.
false noses, false ears, and a bit of birthday stuff as well. Joe back home celebrating his 13th birthday. Happy birthday, young man.
Dennis, a couple of loose starts there.
60.
Just 45. Jeff on Shanghai, 120.
Study and concentration. Dennis Harbour.
100.
Good last start. But let's see if Smith can do this, Tony.
Well, we'll see. There's the 20. Treble. Double top.
100.
Well, there's the answer.
Yep. He's no checkout, though, Harbour, so Smith will get another go at double 10. Harbour can just try and make it a must-take, not with darts like single 5. And Smith might get his first leg here.
45. Jeffrey required 20.
Would love to see it. A very nice guy. We don't want him to go home legless.
Perish the thought.
Good
dot.
on the first leg. Jeff Smith. Second leg, Dennis to the first. Game on.
There you are, John. You happy?
Yeah, he's into the match. I am happy. I want to see him at least do himself justice. I don't really, you know, you don't, as a commentator, you don't want somebody to, one way or the other, to win, but you do want to see whoever wins to beat a guy who's playing well. And Smith in the first 2 sets was most definitely not. That's a good start from Harbour. More like it. Happy days.
180.
The second maximum.
Lovely sight.
Oh, anything you can do, I can do just the same. 140-180 for Harbour.
Yes, they're getting some delight in this match.
100.
Well, Smith, having made a great start and being ahead, now sees Harbour disappearing into the distance. He can set it up here. Great dart again. He's only had 7.
Well, that one's loose. But also he's got to take the odd one off anyway.
Not a happy boy with that.
125.
What a great last dart.
Yeah, it's left 56. Is the shop all mark right?
97.
Holy
Dennis,
Bills and
you
horses,
require
that I think it was. I think
56.
that was Grandad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, 56 for Dennis, who's also a Grandad. Tops. Not been missing too many. 6 out of 10 so far.
36.
Oh, this time he can't find
Jeff,
it.
you require 124.
Good out shot, 1-2-4. Treble 20. Yeah, treble 18 leaves the ball. He's got a shot now for the ball. And he's got it! Oh, what an out shot! Under pressure.
Jeff to the first. Game on.
2-0. One more on his throw here, and he's back in the game. He'll have taken a set. That's a classy check out. A 1-2-4 from Smith. That laid his rather half-hearted average of less than 84. Harbour still averaging over a ton.
A good marker, plenty of room in that treble bed.
Great last start.
125.
I've heard people say they ought to put
Two.
darts boards in schools, you know, to help kids with their mental arithmetic. Yes, somebody with a Rubik cube. I've seen one of those for a while. Looks quite a formidable one as well. Supposed to be watching the darts, isn't he?
$100.
Well, we'll keep you in touch with that one and see if he can actually solve the puzzle.
97.
Right, Jeff Smith, 204.
Oh, good dart.
$99.
Yeah, good thinking. 167's the outshot.
All with the 180 shirts on. Look at this.
Going to rattle this finish for Dennis Harbour now.
136.
It's
Brilliant.
Dennis, you
167.
require 167.
Treble 20. Treble 90. Won't be this time. So Jeff with 68 and a chance.
This is for the set, Tony.
131.
Good last
Jeff, you
start.
require 68.
If he gets 68, that's a great setup actually by Harbour there. Double 10.
Good.
Oh, a good take. And he's into the match. That's more like the Jeff Smith we know. 2-1, he's pulled one back.
Game on.
First to 5 to take it and take a place in the semi-finals. And Smith, after a really poor start to this match, although having said that, Harbour was playing so well, but he's now into it.
We have a match.
60.
We've had some great matches at Lakeside over the years.
$97.
What a great match this afternoon. I wonder if we're going to have more of the same here. And you see Smith really did get into his gear after a pretty shabby second set, averaging less than 70, but 102.5, that's good.
John Parr was around last week. I was just wondering whether we might get
55.
him to come.
Wayne Mardle was in the building last night.
Yeah, big supporter of the BDO. As a youngster.
60.
Andy Fordham tells me he's coming back here on Sunday former champion.
That'll be nice.
Darts answer to Chewbacca.
There's always a place for Andy Fordham.
Hugely popular with the crowd as well.
Great champion as well.
Good darts. Outstanding.
174.
174, as good as a maximum. And our match referees here have a little competition between themselves as to who can have the most 174s to call. You don't get them very often, and that's one for Hugh, our Welsh referee and spotter. It's his first one. Remains poker face, but inside he'll be delighted. A few quid on it, I think.
Treble 20.
It's not what's required. 110 remaining. Now Harbour. Can he score enough to make that 110 a must take? He's on the throw, remember, Harbour, so Smith in a good place to break first leg of the fourth set. Good dance.
95. Jeff, you require 110.
Okay, treble 20 or treble 19? Yes, treble 17. Would have left double top.
78.
But as we
Dennis,
stand
you
now,
require 91.
Good last start, wasn't it?
it was.
91 then for Harbour to extricate himself from a very tricky position. That's a great dart. Tops now for the leg. Minor adjustments. Smith doesn't want to watch. Now he does. In it goes. 7 doubles out of 13, and Harbour, having been under threat, manages to hold his throw.
That's what I've noticed this week with Harbour. Great finisher.
100.
Good temperament. Really a steady Eddie up there.
One of the old school.
Works down in Wisbeach. There are plenty around Cambridgeshire who are pretty happy at his continued progress and the way he's playing.
140.
All his mates down there will be hoping he can prevail. And as you've heard, Jeff Smith getting a lot of support from the other side of the Atlantic. Literally hundreds of messages urging him on, coming in from Canada.
Yeah, the communications really can come across very quickly.
I think I might be underselling. I'm told it's not hundreds. Sorry, Jeff. It's thousands. Well, he finds the time to read them all.
100.96.
Very good with his cover shots.
He needed that one, didn't he?
Yes.
Harbour was just putting him under a touch of pressure here. If he could get a 140 here, Dennis would be in a good position.
He's blocked the bed there. But Dennis went for it, managed to get over the top. Good leg this, 140, 100. Plus these.
140.
Two 140s, the ton. Leaves 121.
Classy that, Tony. And 121, a very makeable checkout. He's already had a 140, Dennis Harbour, and he'll fancy his chances of getting that. And this is not too clever from Smith. How much does he need a treble now? He's got
84.
one.
Dennis, you require 121.
So on 21, he'll start off on tops. Aiming for treble 20, but if he gets the single, it'll then be treble 17. Treble 17 would leave the bullseye. Not this time, so Smith will come back looking for 1-2-4, and Harbour just deciding exactly what finish he wants to leave himself.
57.
Well, it's not too
Jeff,
good.
you acquire 124.
Okay, Jeff, which way are you going? Treble 20 first? Yes, so treble 18 for the bull. You've got a shot. It's the bull. Oh,
87.
Unlucky.
Dennis, you acquire 64.
Harbour for 2-0. This would be against the throw, and this would hurt Smith. Another one of those would leave double 16. Double 16, here he goes. This is for 2-0. That concentration.
48.
Oh, he can't believe it. Thought that was on its
Jeff,
way.
you acquire 37.
37 then for Smith. Looking at the top, I think he's going to take 5 for double 16. Double 8.
Going from the second leg.
Well, that's a mighty struggle. He somehow manages to hold his throw. And Dennis will regard that as an opportunity missed. Should have taken that one out, really.
Third
He
leg,
knows it.
Dennis to throw first.
So it's
Game
back
on.
with throw, one apiece, and he leads 2-1 in sets.
One apiece, and this is the fourth set.
And the first time
85.
for quite a while, Harbour's average has actually sunk back into 2 figures. He's been over 100 all the way until now. Now he's averaging 99. Smith's improving meanwhile.
140.
Darts like that.
I would think Jeff's the fitter of the two.
Might be a factor, that, because it will get very warm up there.
$100.
Just block the bed a touch. Come down now, surely, for the
57.
19s. Over 17.
No damage done, though, so far as Harbour's concerned. Nothing between them, and he's got the throw. Dennis's partner Lana in the audience watching tonight.
45.
There she is. And Dennis at the moment still ahead in this match. But he throws under some pressure.
140.
Smith's on a finish.
There's still a lot to do as Dennis has got into the treble 20.
Doesn't like the way that one's lying. Having to switch down. Oh, great colour shot.
Yeah, good switch. You won't be worried about that.
136. Jeff, you acquire
Classy darts, but Smith
164.
is on a finish. 164. No, it can't be done now. That was only a single.
89.
Great last dart.
Dennis, you acquire 135.
Okay, Dennis. Take it away. Oh, went for the ball on the 25. Can't finish now. So Jeff Smith, 75. Is hitting him well. Getting the finishes.
24.
Not a great time
Jeff,
to producing
you
that,
acquire
was it?
75.
75 then for Smith. Oh, great dart, double 12.
Going from
high quality.
Jeff Smith. Cold leg Jeff.
2-1-0.
First.
It's a break
Game
of
on.
throw. And Smith with the darts now to level the match at 2 sets apiece.
I think it's a match that deserves to go all the way, John.
100.
Didn't look as though it was going to in the first couple of sets, did it?
No, but
Smith
it's-
looked like he was throwing with somebody else's arms. Oh, some hot news coming in from the audience. This is big. This is big.
100.
The Rubik Cube has been solved.
Hooray!
Top sunglasses as well.
57.
He's going to have to watch the darts now.
Well, Jeff won't be happy with that score. That's a second one.
Dennis's game has just gone off the boil a little bit compared with earlier in the match.
It has, you're right.
Started quite brilliantly. Barely gave Jeff Smith a squeak in the first couple of sets.
58.
There we go. Come on, Dennis. That treble. Yes, put the other two there now. Just checking his score.
100.
You can tell him he's left himself 216.
Well, he's ahead, but no finishes yet. But he's in a position where he might be optimistic of finding a break back here. No finish for Smith, so if Harbour could find a ton 40 here, Tony.
He'd be pleased.
Bit unlucky, that one.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
It's blocking the way a bit.
42.
Well, any advantage he has gone now because there's no finish. 174.
And he wants this leg for the set.
150.
That's great darts. Brilliant darts. And he's left himself double 18 to win the set. Harbour can do no more than try and put him in a position where he's simply got to get that, otherwise it's good night. There's great darts from Harbour, but it's pretty much too late because Smith comes in now looking for double 18 for the set.
36.
That's the outshot. Double 16.
Double 18 he takes.
Jeff Smith.
And he gets it and is now on level terms. It is Smith 2, Harbour 2, and Smith, after a miserable start to this match with that double 18, comes back to square up the match at 2 sets each.
They're excited and said double 16.
We knew what you meant, Tony. We know that you know that double 16 is not up on the top right-hand corner.
Getting so engrossed. It's really a great match, I think.
It's been a match of, to coin the old cliche, 2 halves,
60.
hasn't it?
Yeah.
Break at the end of this set. And who's going to be ahead? Is it going to be Smith or will it be Harbour? Looking as though it's more likely to be Smith now, isn't it? It seems to have just got the tide going with him at the moment.
Yeah, he's pushing it. Really is this Jeff. Should be Dennis pushing the boat out.
$135.
Bad habits and good habits are always welcome at the lakeside. One of the Bishop's here tonight. He's been wandering around most of the week. Suspect he's not a real one. Not that there's any reason why the ecclesiastical part of society shouldn't appreciate the darts. Just probably don't come in full regalia.
45.
Well, he's definitely not a bishop.
$57.
Nothing going in this leg. Jeff Smith ahead. Dennis with the throw.
He's become 56. A little bit becalmed, judging by his elevated standards from earlier, as Dennis. 185, no check out for Smith. Harbour back on 225. Good first dart. And then the 25. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky.
Off the barrel, wasn't it? Has to really get into this now as Dennis has slipped. Started off like a train.
Jeff, you require
So
85.
to hold his dart, Jeff Smith needs 85. He's looking for the 25 there, so he now needs treble 17 for double 16, and here it is.
53.
He couldn't convert.
Dennis, you require 140.
Big finish, 140.
He's had it once.
Not this time. Good shot now for Smith. Double 16. Dennis can only live in hope.
Smith had a miserable time with his doubles early on, but he started hitting them now. He's got his checkout rate up to 6 out of 16. It'd be a shock if he didn't take this out. Double 16. And he takes it. Ahead in the fifth leg.
Second leg, Dennis
holding on to his throw there.
Game on.
A little clench of the fist as he does so. He's actually ahead in the match here now, Tony, for the first time.
He deserves to be. He's really stuck it out. Took the punishment in the first couple of sets. And now feeling the benefit.
66.
Well, he went behind stage, didn't he? And whatever he was up to, we told he was just throwing a few practice darts. But metaphorically speaking, he gave his head a bit of a shake. And he's come back looking like a different guy.
96.
Altogether 2 clean cuts to literally give his head a shake.
This was going in at the outset. Is he coming back to life?
140.
Well, he is with that throw.
Larry Butler, the American, watching on with his wife Sharon.
Been over here many times, Larry. Lovely lad.
These are lovely darts as well from another lovely lad. Splendid maximum, his third, the fifth of the match. Is he going to get the break he wants?
Come on, Dennis.
100.
225 required. Harbour not on a finish yet. 195. So Smith's going to be first to the checkout. Well, should be. Yes, he will be.
81.
Okay, Dennis. Finish that 195. $180 now.
$55.
144 for another leg for Smith.
144.
Oh, but not able to hit the trebles he needed. 144 would be the best checkout of the match. Good start. Treble 16 leaves double 18. He's not got it though. Last dart again.
124.
He's throwing well now, Tony.
Magic. Lovely to watch. You'll have to really give it here when you get that sort of treble. Fortunately, no. Jeff Smith
100.
coming back.
Jeff, you
The
require
double
20.
10. Keeping cool, keeping calm, keeping his head.
Going
And that's
shot
it.
the second leg. Jeff Smith.
Double 10.
Second leg for Smith. 2-2.
Third leg,
Poised
Jeff
now to
the fifth.
go
Game
ahead
on.
in sets for the first time. He's got the throw. And looking now for a 3-0 win in this set, which would put him 3-2 ahead at our next interval.
59.
Not a great start. Harbour was averaging way over 100 for the first 2.5 sets. But he's, as we've said before, rather gone off the boil. But this is more like it.
100.
It's better.
$78.
Dennis could put the throw under some pressure. He could wallop in with a good score.
He's not going straight through with that first start.
100.
No fluency in it.
Family Guy, Steve Bunting. Not really. Although that's his persona, isn't it? Goes on and does the little dance, former champion, and that is a great shot from Smith.
They're all up there now. It's looking very glum for Dennis.
What a response.
Yes! You can't keep him down. 180 apiece.
And Harbour will have first crack at an out.
180.
That's good from Smith, but Harbour 121, which is a very makeable checkout. 20's his first shot. Going for treble, but gets a single now. Treble 17. Bullseye for 121. Oh, good effort, good effort.
Lucky.
Champion requires 66.
Treble 10. 15 or 19, double 16.
Good.
Yes, he's done it! It's out!
Jeff Smith.
He's done it indeed, and with that he wins the set, and at the interval Jeff Smith has turned this around and he leads Dennis Harbour by 3 sets to 2.
From 2 down, Jeff Smith has come back to lead 3-2, and there's been a definite change of pace from the Canadian. Quite a turnaround in this match. First break resulted in a change. What will this next one do? Well done, Jeff. Interesting story developing here at the Lakeside tonight. Dieter Hedman won through to the final of this year's Women's World Championship earlier on. Jeff Smith and Dennis Harbour are about to continue a match in the men's quarter-finals that's seen a massive turnaround. Then it's the second semi-final of the women's tournament between Trina Gulliver and Eileen de Graaf. Final match of the night, Scott Mitchell versus Richard Veenstra to complete the lineup for the semi-finals in the men's tournament. Well, Jeff Smith didn't win a leg in the first 2 sets. Dennis Harbour has won 1 in the next 3, Tony O'Shea. There's been a definite change of pace. Jeff has slowed it right down.
He's a smart cookie. He's a thinking man's dart player, that guy. We saw footage of him on his own in the practice room during the break. And even there you could see he was talking to himself, and he's worked it out. He's got nobody with him, but he's worked it out. He's a smart cookie.
Is that harder? Because sometimes you'll have a fellow professional or supporters around you say, hey, why not try this? When you're in the heat of a game, as you say, he's sorted it all out for himself. He deserves great acknowledgement for that.
Superb. I mean, I've been in that back room when probably 3 or 4 people have been giving you too much advice. Maybe just being on your own might be the secret.
Well, Jeff Smith's doing a great job here. 2 down, leads 3-2. Vassos Alexander has joined John Rawling.
Game on.
An impressive comeback from Jeff Smith. His early darts were fairly rank as Dennis Harbour poured on the power. Took the first 2 sets with Smith barely making a murmur so far as the match was concerned.
60.
But then after that first break, Smith came back with renewed purpose and took 3 on the spin, and the momentum is now very definitely going 62. With the Canadian. Dennis Harbour so slow and methodical, but Smith hitting the numbers. Early on he was only averaging in the 70s, but he's peppered some big scores in, and his average now up over 90. Harbour, who was averaging a ton plus, has slowly subsided now down to 95, and Smith seems as though he is the one who senses that he might be able to emerge from this victorious. Still a long way to go, Vassos, but we will see. You enjoying it?
140.
I really am, and it's funny what a break can do. You sense that if this match was played straight through, that Dennis Harbour might have won by now. A totally
100.
different Jeff Smith came back on stage following that first break. Let's see what happens after the second.
Good shot there, and another.
124.
He's not on a finish yet, but he's not far off, and the Harbour throw straight away is being pressured.
$100.
$75 when he comes back, Jeff Smith, to take the opening leg against the darts. $180 would be nice here.
Well, $140 would have aided the cause, but 96 is a very makeable checkout, so let's see what Smith can do with this 75. 18 would leave tops now, and he's got on there, so double top for a leg against the throw.
35. Dennis, you require 96.
Can Harbour respond? Can he get himself out of the mire? 96 he wants.
Can be done in 2 darts if he starts with a treble 20. Needs a treble 20 now for double 8. So single 16.
Smith on tops. 40. Again, this is against the throw. 10 now. Oh, he was hitting these doubles so confidently.
More
like that.
Jeff Smith. Second leg check to
and he seizes an early advantage now in the 4th set. First of 5 taking place in the semi-final.
$60.
The Harbour master needs to start planting a few of those trebles in again. Not that one. That's more like it. Come on, smile, it's only darts.
$58.
Say only darts. These lads up there, it's a bit more than only darts. This is getting really into the business end of this championship. A place in the last 4 at stake. Good opening darts.
Well, not just that, John, but an invitation back next year if you reach the semi-finals. Hold that thought. Oh, yes!
180!
My, oh my, he needed that. The 8th of the match. The 4th for Dennis Harbour. And the other thing, if you can get through to the semi-finals, it's an extra £8,500, £6,500 for the losing quarter-finalists, 15 for the 2 losing semi-finalists.
And moves you closer to the £100,000 jackpot for the winner. Scott Mitchell, the defending champion this year. He's in action later on against Richard Veenstra,
59.
the Dutch player who's made such a good impression on his debut.
Dennis on a finish when he comes back to break the throw.
Big un. They're the biggest of the match, but the biggest
91.
of the tournament. 161,
Dennis,
the best so far.
167.
I am at the darts, she's texting. Can't talk now. Harbour's on 167.
It's a solid last dart. Extricated himself from a difficult sort of position. 152 for Smith is a big ask. He's got the first one though, another treble 20, but double 16, here it comes. Double 16, there it isn't. Just the wrong side of the wire. I must confess, I thought that was in.
I think he thought that was in. I was with you, I was halfway out my seat. 2 darts at double 18 for Dennis Harbour to level this set. Needs one of these. Must get this, surely must get it.
78.
And he doesn't get it.
I think he's going to be punished now. I'm surprised if Smith doesn't take this out. He's had 10 out of 24 on doubles, and he's started to notch them when it counts now, to keep the momentum going. And there it is, he's 2-0 up and heading towards his 4th set on the spin.
Game on.
Well, they call him the Harbour Master, but he's all at sea just now.
First leg of the fourth set was the last time that he actually won a leg. And here we are in the sixth set, and Smith 2-0 up. Just has run out of gas a bit, does Dennis?
8 legs in a row for Jeff Smith. And what a start for this one. He looked so good in the first 2 sets, Dennis Harbour.
He's physically fit, isn't he? Which I think is an advantage when it's so warm up there.
100.
Harbour starting so well, and Jeff Smith, who's clearly the fitter guy, he seems to be staying the pace the better.
Has worked for many years now, Jeff Smith, in a car restoration business. In the last year, he's bought the business. It's his name above the shop now, which he says gives him more time to practice his darts, makes him more comfortable financially.
45.
Means he can travel a bit more, enjoy his darts a bit more, takes the pressure off the darts he does play. It's all going right for him off the oche, and as so often happens, when it's all going right off the oche, it all goes right on the oche.
I wonder if he's got a website for his car restoration business. I like the old classics. I wonder if he does a bit of that, a bit of some of those 50s and 60s muscle cars, which we like to look at.
Not just that, but he also does the Pimp My Ride business, you know, with the champagne instead of a gear stick.
I'm not so much of a fan of that.
Of course you are. Massive speakers in the boot.
No, it's naff. It's naff. Originality
Spoilers
is what no.
all over it.
No.
100.
No, sorry. Originality is all. I love my classic cars, but I don't like things to look like they've come out of an amusement arcade.
Smith's on a finish. Haven't seen you so riled all week, John. Now, is this a maximum for Dennis Harbour?
140. Jeff, you require 104.
I appreciate it, it's just not my thing. Treble 17 would be double 18, he's not got it though.
44. Dennis, you require 91.
To hold his throw, it's a must hit. It's a must hit. Fourteens, 3 of them. Yes, for 2 16s. 1 dart, Dennis. You've got to find the green bit.
75.
Ouch.
Jeff, you require
20s
60.
for Smith. This is for the set. Single 20, double 20. That's the fat one. Now the double, and there it is. He is 4 sets to 2 up, and only needs 1 more. The maple leaf down there, the Canadian flag. He's starting to develop a following and a bunch of fans who really admire his talent, and Jeff Smith now, it looks as though he's heading for another semi-final.
We're nearly, with the width of a wire, incidentally, away from a 174 then, you may have noticed. And you mentioned that the referees have a little 174 contest. On my way up here, I thought I'd get a leaderboard for you.
60.
Oh, right, yeah, this is good information.
The
Good knowledge.
174 in this match was Hugh Ware's first of the championship. Marco Meyer, the Dutch referee, has 2. Anthony Dundas was disgusted to tell me that he hasn't
57.
had one yet, and he's very cross with all the players in his matches because it's his idea. Nick Rolls has had 4.
Well, Nick's the man. 174. We wait with bated breath to see if there'll be any more.
100.
I wonder if anybody's recorded who's actually had these 174, who's thrown them. And I'd have to rely on somebody else for that, because I've not sort of think George would have. He knows how many darts they've thrown.
100.
I know how many legs in a row Jeff Smith has won in this match, and it's 9.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier. It's all
60.
starting to look like very hard work for Dennis Harbour, and Smith is closing in on his throw. 218 was his requirement. Well, that's slid into the 7, I think, so he's just checking with the referee where he's at. And treble 17 at least repairs some of the damage.
Quarterfinals time at Lakeside. Scott Waits and Jamie Hughes will contest one semi-final on Saturday afternoon. The winner of this plays the winner of Mitchell Veenstra, and that is still to come.
140 then for the opening leg with the throw. That's the wrong bed, that's in treble 1.
83.
57 when he returns though, and Harbour can't do a lot about it apart from just try and get a big number and put him under some sort of pressure. But get up, he says. Well, it's not going to move once it's hit the board, mate.
He's looking odds on for 10 legs in a row. Jeff Smith.
140. Jeff, you require 57.
57 required. We have had turnarounds though. Scott Waits has had a couple. But Smith now looking to finish this one with tops. And there it is. Another one on the spin. What's that, 10 now? And he is ahead in this 7th set. Heard a whisper that some Donald Trumps have made their way in. There was a possibility of him being banned from entering the country. I think they're going to have a debate about that, aren't they? But the Donald Trump lookalikes are here, complete with the outrageous hair, no doubt.
Go Jeff, go Canada. Well, Jeff is going, and Canada is going into the semi-finals. Unless Dennis Harbour can turn this around dramatically.
Just can't see it happening, Vassos. He's absolutely run out of steam after taking those 2 opening sets with such imperious darts. No, I think we've found some. Have we found some trumps with Hawaiian shirts? We'll see them in a moment. Good darts. There they are.
I actually know who's behind those muskets. Well, there's a Brucey in the middle of the trumps. Those guys are over from the USA, the Trumps, as you'd expect, but they are commentators in the MLS.
Really?
Many of them.
$140.
Steady 140. Life in him yet, and there they are revealed. Not really Donald Trump, in case you were wondering.
86. Dennis, you require 91.
Okay, to stem the tide. Dennis Harbour, treble 17. 2 darts at double top. So in his first leg in 11.
Yes! From the second leg, Dennis Harbour. Third leg, Jeff, 2 for 5th. Game on.
He's got to find a break though, because Smith's got the darts. And the 3-2 is going to be good enough for him. So if he just holds his throw, he's going to be into the last 4.
60.
Only 60 from Jeff Smith.
140.
A reminder, he reached the semi-finals on debut last year. He beat Robbie Green 5-1 in the quarterfinals.
100.
And then got walloped in the last 4, didn't he?
Yeah, Scott Mitchell thumped him 6-0.
Scott slowed him down.
26.
Oh dear. Well, that could certainly be punished. Good start from Harbour with the 140, but then 26.
Someone just called out as Jeff was about to throw, which is why he just stepped away from the oche.
93.
Good last dart.
can be distracting. When there's a wall of noise, it's not really a problem. It's when there's the individual voice which rings out above a fairly quiet
96.
auditorium. Glenn Durham's had a bit of a problem with that against Scott Waits.
Nothing in this leg.
134.
Unless Harbour can make a pretty significant riposte. Smith 114, very makeable. That's a good dart. And another.
140.
It's good stuff.
Require 114.
To hold his throw, to move to within a leg of the semi-finals. Treble 18, no, can't be done now. So
58.
Dennis
you require
with a
99.
chance.
He was taking this sort of shot out earlier. 99. Oh, good dart. 10 double 16. With 6s left for double 18.
81.
No. Close, but no.
Jeff, you require 56.
16 tops for Jeff Smith. Marcus terrific. Yes, there it is.
Jeff Smith.
Go Canada, go! The Canadian supporters are happy because Smith now is within one leg of a place in the last four. Harbour has reached the point where he just has to take everything. He's got to win this for a start, otherwise he's out.
60.
Only 60 to start from Dennis Harbour.
$100.
Good stuff. Solid ton. It's not lying very cleverly. See how far he has to work across the oche to give him a chance of sliding it into that treble 20.
100.
Good dart. Good dart.
So Jeff Smith holds his throw 3/4 of the time, but it's only 50% of the time for Dennis Harbour.
81.
And for the first two sets, he held it 100% of the time, so it's all gone rather calamitously wrong since then.
Well, that's going to happen if you lose 10 legs in a row, as Dennis Harbour did.
100. $140.
It's not on a finish, but he's not far away. Harbour must leave a finish. And will. Almost certainly. Yes, he will.
140.
Well, that's a brave effort. He's hanging on in there. He's given himself a chance. 101. Various permutations, but it's a very makeable checkout. Oh, what about that? What a time to throw a turn 40 and leave yourself on tops for the match.
So, to stay alive, treble 19 and double 12. No. So, when he comes
49.
back, Jeff Smith with a dart for the match.
40.
Well,
To take it out with a 13 dart leg.
He missed that by a street, didn't he, Harbour? Tens. Double 5. No!
30. Penalty required 52.
That last dart was thrown more in hope than expectation. So, Dennis Harbour to level the set. Tops. Surely. Yes, there it
The
is.
fourth leg. Dennis Harbour. Fifth leg Jeff to the first.
But that's only
Game
a
on.
holded throw. Smith still with the darts for victory. He holds his throw. He's into the last four. Harbour's battling.
100. $100.
Still pitching.
100.
Good last dart, fighting last dart.
Yeah, needed that treble, didn't he? Just to keep his nose ahead. Harbour must break, remember.
Dennis Harbour with his wins over
100.
Darrell Fitton and Martin Phillips in the earlier rounds, both seeded players. He's still battling, but Smith is starting to close in. 3:01 when he started,
97.
and moving closer.
Not on a finish, though. Can Dennis leave one? Yes!
140.
What a great time to throw a 140. 161, you can get that. Smith wants to put himself in a position where Harbour's going to be feeling, I've got to make that, and he's not doing it. Needs a treble
60.
and he can't find one.
Dennis,
Harbour might get out of this.
61.
This would be some way to get out of it, equaling the highest check out of the tournament so far. Just the wrong side of the wire.
95.
Yeah, good last start.
Certainly was.
144.
Smith must have thought he was just about home and dry, and suddenly it's he who needs the big check out. 144 with Harbour poised on 66. Good dart, but he can't finish, obviously.
96.
So Harbour now
Dennis, you require
66 to take this set.
Went for the bull. So treble 14 for double 11. So he needs the bull this time, and he needs the red bit in the middle of the board.
41.
That might be it.
Good effort.
Jeff, you
Most
require
players on
48.
66 go on the 10s. He chose to go the bullseye route. So 48 now, double 16 for the match. There it is. Jeff Smith. Jeff Smith is through into the last four. Great start by Dennis Harbour. Took the first two sets, but then swept away from this immensely likeable Canadian. And Dennis Harbour, by the margin of 5-2, is out, and Smith is through to the last four. Well played.
Ladies and gentlemen, as he leaves the stage, Dennis Harbour. But through to his second Lakeside World Championship semi-final. Make some noise for the silencer, Jeff Smith.
The Canadian's done it again, but someone flicked the switch to off. Dennis Harbour saw a 2-0 lead turn into a 5-2 deficit. He won 3 of the last 18 legs. Despair for Dennis is countered by delight for Jeff that he's through to the semi-finals for the second year running. Reaction from the players' bar is on the way.